chosen one. Wait, do not scroll past this message. If you leave now, you may miss the moment your heart has been waiting for. This is not random. Something is happening in your life right now that you cannot fully explain. A quiet pull, a deep feeling like something meaningful is about to enter your world. And you were meant to hear this before it arrives. Listen closely. I am bringing someone into your life who will match your soul. Not just your thoughts, not just your emotions, but your inner essence. A connection that will feel familiar before it even begins. You have felt this coming, that unexplainable sense that someone is near, that your life is about to shift emotionally, that something real is finally approaching. That feeling is not imagination. I placed it within you, because what is coming is not ordinary. This is not another temporary connection, not another lesson disguised as love. This is alignment at a deeper level, soul-level alignment. You almost ignored this message. I saw the moment you hesitated, unsure if this was worth your attention. But I brought you here because you needed to hear this now, before it unfolds. Because timing matters more than you realize. You are closer than you think. If you miss this moment, you will not lose it, but you may delay it. And you have already waited longer than your heart was meant to. Type Amen if you feel this message is for you. Because what I reveal next will show you why this soulmate is being sent into your life now. Something is happening right now, and your soul can feel it before your mind understands it. Not later, not eventually, but in this exact moment, something is aligning for you. You are already inside it. I am moving things in your life that you cannot yet see clearly. Hearts are being prepared. Paths are being adjusted. Timing is being perfected. All for one purpose, for you. This message is not for everyone who hears it. Many will listen and feel nothing. They will scroll, ignore, and move on. But you felt something the moment this began. That is your sign. I chose you to hear this because you are directly connected to what is unfolding. This soulmate is not just entering your life randomly. They are being guided toward you at the exact moment your soul is ready. And that moment is near. You had been feeling a shift in your emotions lately. A deeper awareness, a stronger sensitivity, a quiet longing that feels different. That is not weakness, that is preparation. There were times when you almost gave up on this idea completely. Moments when you told yourself that maybe this kind of connection does not exist for you. But even then, I was already working behind the scenes, quietly. You stayed open, even when it was hard. You kept believing, even when nothing confirmed it. And because of that, you are now standing at the edge of something real. Closer than you think. Type 777 if you trust me, because what I am about to reveal next will show you why this connection will feel unlike anything before. I have been watching you, even in the moments you thought no one noticed. Not just your actions, but your emotions, your thoughts, your silent questions. Yes, you. I saw the times you tried to act strong, when you told yourself you didn't need anyone, that you were fine on your own. But deep inside, you still felt that quiet longing. I know that feeling. You may have told yourself that love is complicated. You may have believed that true connection is rare, maybe even impossible. But I tell you now, you were never meant to feel alone forever. You were meant to connect. This is not random. You did not find this message by accident. You did not stay this long by coincidence. I guided you here because this moment matters. Right now, you have been sensing something changing inside you. A soft shift in your heart, a deeper awareness of what you truly want. Not surface level, but something real, something lasting. That is your soul preparing. I have been shaping you through your experiences, through the connections that didn't last, through the lessons that hurt, through the moments that made you question everything. You were not being broken, you were being refined. Because the person I am bringing into your life, they are not meant to meet the version of you that was confused and uncertain. They are meant to meet you now. The version that understands. Like this video as a sign that you trust my timing, because what I am about to reveal next will explain why your past connections had to unfold the way they did. I saw every tear, even the ones you tried to hide quickly, not just the visible pain, but the quiet ache you carried within your heart. You thought no one noticed. I saw the nights when you questioned your worth, when you wondered why connections felt incomplete, why people came and left, and why your heart kept getting tested. That confusion stayed with you. You gave your energy to people who didn't understand you. You opened your heart, even when it felt risky, even when it hurt before. And still, you tried again. That took strength. There were moments when you felt deeply alone. Not because no one was around, but because no one truly understood you. That kind of loneliness is heavy. I know it was. You carried emotions you could not explain, feelings that went deeper than words, deeper than simple attraction, deeper than logic. And sometimes it made you feel different from others. You felt out of place. You wondered why you couldn't settle for something simple, why you couldn't just accept a connection that was good enough, why your heart kept searching for something deeper. There was a reason. You were not being difficult, you were being guided. Because what your soul was searching for was never meant to be something ordinary or temporary. It was meant to be something that truly matches you. And everything you felt, everything you endured, is connected to what I am about to reveal next. You felt misunderstood, like no one truly saw the depth within you. Like people connected with parts of you, but never the real you. I saw that clearly. There were times when you gave your heart honestly. You tried to build something meaningful, something real, something lasting. But it never reached the depth you were searching for. And that hurt you. You watched connections fade without clear reasons. You felt people drift away even when you gave your best. And slowly, it made you question yourself. You kept it inside. You wondered if you were asking for too much, if your expectations were too deep, too intense, too different. And for a moment, you tried to lower them. But your soul resisted, because you were not meant to settle. There were days you felt overlooked emotionally, like your depth was invisible, like your love was unrecognized. And that kind of silence leaves a lasting weight. I know it did. But even after all that, you didn't close your heart completely. Even after disappointment, you still carried hope somewhere inside. Even after confusion, you still believed something real existed. That matters. You kept going anyway. Even when it felt pointless, even when it felt exhausting, even when it made no sense. You did not lose your ability to feel deeply, and that is rare. Type a love and one if you still believe real connection exists for you. Because what I am about to reveal next will prove that your depth was never a mistake. Your depth was never a burden. It was always a gift. What felt like too much to others was exactly what I placed within you. You were not wrong. You were never meant to connect on a surface level. You were never designed for temporary bonds that fade without meaning. You were created for something deeper, something real. That is why the wrong connections could not stay. That is why things ended even when you tried to hold on. That is why it felt incomplete no matter how much you gave. I was protecting you, not rejecting you, protecting you. There were people who could meet your attention, but not your soul. There were connections that looked right, but were not aligned with your depth. And if they had stayed, they would have slowly drained you. So I removed them, even when it hurt, even when you didn't understand, even when you questioned me, because I knew what you truly needed. Your waiting was not punishment. Your loneliness was not abandonment. Your delays were not meaningless. They were preparation. Preparation for someone who does not just like you, but understands you. Someone who does not just stay, but connects with you on a deeper level. Someone who does not confuse you, but brings clarity into your life. That is what is coming. And the reason it took time is because it had to match your soul completely, no compromise. And what I am about to reveal next will show you why this connection will feel instantly different. Something is shifting now, and your heart is starting to recognize it. Not as confusion anymore, but as a quiet sense of certainty building within you. This is the beginning. Behind the scenes, I have been preparing both of you. While you were growing emotionally, they were evolving in their own way. While you were healing, they were being guided toward clarity. I was aligning you together. You may have felt a strange calm recently, a pause where things slowed down, where nothing seemed to move forward. That was not emptiness, that was alignment taking place. I was setting the timing. You are not who you used to be anymore. Your heart understands more, your awareness is deeper, your intentions are clearer. You have changed in ways you cannot fully explain. That is preparation, because what is coming into your life now requires the version of you that exists today, not who you were before. And that is why the timing had to be exact. You are ready now. The soulmate I am bringing toward you is not someone who will confuse you or make you question yourself. They will meet you at your depth, and you will feel it, not as excitement alone, but as peace, not as chaos, but as understanding, not as uncertainty, but as recognition. That is how you will know. Type 1212 if you trust my timing, because what is about to unfold next will reveal why this connection carries something you have never experienced before. This is why you had to wait, even when your heart felt tired. This is why nothing before this ever fully satisfied your soul. There was a reason. If this connection had come earlier, you would not have recognized it. If it had arrived before your growth, you might have misunderstood it. So I allowed time to shape you both. I was preparing alignment. While you were learning to understand yourself, they were learning the same. While you were healing your past, they were releasing theirs. And while you felt alone, they were also being guided toward you. You were never separated randomly. You were being aligned deliberately. This is not a connection built on convenience. This is not something based on timing alone or external attraction. This is something that reaches deeper than what you can explain. It is soul recognition. That is why your heart refused to settle before this. That is why you could not stay in something that felt incomplete. That is why you kept searching without knowing exactly for what. Because this was coming. And what is about to happen will not feel forced. It will not feel confusing. It will not feel uncertain. It will feel natural in a way you have never experienced. You will feel understood, without explaining everything, without proving anything, without questioning yourself. And when that moment arrives, you will understand why everything had to unfold exactly this way. You are almost there, closer than your heart has ever been before. Everything you have been feeling is now beginning to align in real time. This is the final preparation. You may have noticed your thoughts changing lately. You are becoming more clear about what you want, what you deserve, what you will accept. That shift did not happen randomly. I am refining you. You are releasing old patterns that no longer match your soul. You are letting go of connections that felt familiar but were not aligned, and you are stepping into a stronger version of yourself. That is necessary, because what is coming cannot meet your old self. It must meet who you are now. There is a moment approaching where everything will feel different, a point where your path and this person's path will cross naturally. And when it happens, something inside you will respond instantly. You will recognize it, not through logic, not through explanation, but through a deep inner calm. A sense that this is right, that this feels natural, that this is real. That is how you will know. This is alignment. But before that moment arrives, one last change is happening within you. You are becoming more open, more aware, more ready to receive something genuine. You are no longer resisting what your heart truly wants. You are ready now. Type Tevin to receive the blessings that are already moving toward you. Because what happens next, the turning point, will bring the connection your soul has been waiting for. This is the moment. The shift you have been feeling is about to become real. Not in your imagination, not in your hopes, but in your life. Pay attention now. The soulmate I have been preparing for you is no longer just on the way. They are already within your reality, closer than you realize. You may have sensed them already, a presence that felt familiar without explanation, a connection that felt deeper than usual, even in a small moment, a feeling you could not fully understand but could not ignore. That was not coincidence. I arranged that encounter. This is not just another connection passing through your life. This is someone who reflects your inner world back to you, someone who understands you without needing constant explanation. You will feel it immediately, a calm replacing confusion, a clarity replacing doubt, a peace replacing tension. It will not feel chaotic or uncertain like before. It will feel stable in a way you have not experienced. This is recognition. But understand this clearly. This is not about completing you. You are already whole. This connection will not fill a void. It will amplify what already exists within you. It will strengthen your clarity, deepen your understanding, and expand your path. This changes everything, because from this point forward, your life will begin to move in a direction that finally makes sense, and what unfolds next will show you how powerful this alignment truly is. Now you begin to feel it. This is not like anything before. What is unfolding is deeper, calmer, and more certain than what you have known. This changes everything. When this connection fully opens, you will notice a shift inside you. Your emotions will feel stable. Your thoughts will feel clear. Your heart will feel at peace. It will feel like something finally settled within you, because it did. This is what happens when two souls recognize each other. Not confusion, understanding. Not chaos, balance. You will feel safe, not because nothing challenges you, but because you are understood deeply. Not because everything is perfect, but because it feels real. Not because there is no effort, but because it flows naturally. This is alignment. You will stop overthinking the connection. You will stop questioning where you stand. You will stop doubting your own feelings, because clarity replaces confusion. This person will not create uncertainty in you. They will not make you feel like you have to prove your worth. They will meet you at the same level of depth you carry. That is why this is different. You will begin to trust your instincts more. You will start moving with confidence instead of hesitation, and you will feel a quiet certainty guiding you forward. This is transformation. Type yes to receive the miracles that are unfolding in your life, because what comes next will show you the kind of future this connection will create. What I am building for you now will begin to unfold in ways you did not expect. Not all at once, but step by step, with a quiet certainty you can feel. Watch closely. You will notice a change in how your life flows. Situations will feel less forced, decisions will feel more natural, timing will feel right. Things will begin to align without pressure. This is not coincidence. This is my guidance becoming visible in your life. This connection will not distract you from your purpose. It will support you, strengthen you, and bring balance into your path. You will feel more grounded than before, more centered, more clear about what matters. You will no longer feel like you are chasing something undefined. Instead, you will feel like you are moving towards something real. And that difference will change how you see everything. This is stability. You will begin to attract the right situations naturally, not by forcing, not by proving, but by being aligned with who you have become. And those opportunities will feel right, not confusing, not overwhelming, but clear and steady. You will start to see progress where you once felt stuck. Growth will no longer feel slow or uncertain. Instead, it will feel consistent and meaningful. This is your new phase, and as it continues to unfold, you will realize that what I prepared for you is greater than you expected. It will expand further than you expect, touching areas of your life you didn't think were connected. What begins in your heart will begin to reflect in your surroundings. Watch this carefully. People will start noticing a shift in you. Not something you try to show, but something that naturally radiates from within. A calm confidence, a grounded energy, a quiet certainty. They will feel it. You will begin attracting people who understand you without effort. Conversations will feel deeper. Connections will feel more meaningful. Timing will feel right. And you will no longer feel out of place. That phase is ending. Because this alignment will change how others respond to you. It will elevate your presence, strengthen your voice, and bring clarity to your direction. You will begin to move differently, with purpose, with awareness, with confidence. You will stop doubting your emotional depth. You will stop questioning your need for something real, and you will stop lowering your standards to fit others, because now you understand. This connection will reinforce everything you have learned. It will show you that your patience was not wasted, and it will confirm that what you were waiting for was real. This is validation. Type 2222 to receive the miracles that are unfolding around you, because what I reveal next will show you why you were chosen for this kind of connection. You were chosen for this kind of connection. Not everyone is. Not because you are better than others, but because you are different in how you feel. I chose you for depth. Before you understood your own heart, I already knew it. Before you questioned your path, I had already set it. And before you felt alone, I was already guiding you. You were never random. You were intentional from the beginning. You may have compared yourself to others. You may have wondered why your journey felt slower, deeper, more complicated than theirs. But your path was never meant to be simple. It was meant to be meaningful. Because what you carry requires more awareness. It requires emotional strength, patience, and a deeper understanding of connection. And you have been developing all of that through your experiences. You were being shaped, not by accident, but by design. You went through things that forced you to grow internally. You faced moments that made you reflect more deeply than others. And you learned lessons that built your emotional clarity. That is why you are ready now. This soulmate is not meeting you at a surface level. They are meeting you at the depth you have reached. Not below it, not above it, but exactly where you are. That is alignment. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be for this connection. And everything you went through has brought you to this moment. Because what I am about to reveal next will remove the last doubt still holding you back. You may be thinking, what if this is just another illusion? Or maybe, what if I feel deeply again and it still doesn't last? I hear that fear. It comes from everything you have experienced before, from the connections that felt real but faded, from the trust that was broken, from the moments that made you question your own heart. That pain was real. But this is not the same. You are not stepping into another cycle of confusion. You are not walking into something that will leave you questioning your worth again. You are moving toward something aligned with your truth. There is a difference. Your past taught you lessons, but it also created fear that tries to protect you by holding you back. And right now, that fear is trying to speak louder than your intuition. Do not let it lead. You may also feel like you are not fully ready yet, like there are still parts of you that need healing, understanding, growth. But readiness is not perfection, it is awareness. And you have that now. You understand your needs more clearly. You recognize what is real and what is not, and you no longer accept what does not match your soul. That is growth. You are ready for this. Type 7777 to affirm your belief in what is unfolding. Because what I am about to remind you next will bring a peace you have not felt in a long time. Even in the moments you felt completely alone, I was there with you, not distant, not silent, but present in ways you could not recognize then. You were never abandoned. When your heart felt heavy, I was holding you together quietly. When your thoughts became overwhelming, I was guiding you through them gently. And when your path felt unclear, I was still directing your steps. You just couldn't see it yet. You believed nothing was happening in those moments. You felt like you were waiting without purpose, standing still without direction. But I was working constantly behind the scenes, always. I slowed things down when you needed time to grow. I removed people who could not meet your depth, and I allowed silence so you could understand yourself more clearly. That was care, not rejection, protection, not absence, presence, not delay, preparation. You were being carried through it all, even when you doubted me, even when you questioned everything, even when you felt tired. I never left your side. I never stopped guiding your path. I stayed. And now, as things begin to move again, you will feel it differently, a calm replacing confusion, a clarity replacing doubt, a peace replacing uncertainty. That is my presence becoming clear to you. You are not alone in this. I am with you in every step that is about to unfold. And what you are about to experience next will remind you how deeply I understand your soul. I know your soul deeper than you understand it yourself. Not just your thoughts, not just your actions, but the truth of who you are. You are fully known. I know the emotions you cannot explain. I know the depth you feel that others often miss. And I know the kind of connection your heart has always searched for. Nothing about you is hidden. I understand why you could never settle. I see why certain connections never felt complete. And I know why your heart kept searching for something deeper. You were guided that way. Even the parts of you that feel misunderstood, I understand them completely. Even the moments you questioned yourself, I saw the truth within you. Even when you doubted your own heart, I knew what you were meant for. You were never wrong. You were simply different. And that difference is exactly why this connection is being brought to you, because it matches who you are, not who you tried to become for others. It aligns with your soul, not just your circumstances. That is why it will feel right. You will not have to force it. You will not have to explain yourself endlessly. You will not have to question where you stand. Type of men to receive this word into your life. Because what I am about to ask you to do next will require you to trust what you feel more than what you fear. Now listen carefully. This is where your response begins to matter. What you do in the coming moments will shape how this connection unfolds. Do not hesitate. When this person becomes clear in your life, when you feel that recognition, do not pull back out of fear, and do not overthink what feels natural. You will feel the signal. Trust that feeling. I am not asking you to rush blindly. I am asking you to stay present, to be open, to respond with awareness, because hesitation can create distance where alignment already exists. And you don't need that. You have spent enough time protecting yourself from what you truly desire. You have held back when your heart wanted to move forward, and you have questioned feelings that were actually real. This time is different. You must respond with trust. Allow the connection to unfold without trying to control every detail. Let your actions come from clarity, not from past fear, and stay grounded in what you feel instead of what you assume. Let it develop naturally. Do not compare this to your past experiences. Do not expect it to follow the same patterns, and do not limit it based on what you have already seen. This is not the same. You are not the same. And what is arriving in your life now requires a version of you that receives, a version that allows something real to grow without resistance. Step into that version, because what happens next depends on your willingness to accept what I have aligned for you. You made it to this moment, and that means more than you realize. Through every disappointment, every question, every quiet struggle, you are still here. And I saw all of it. You kept your heart open when it would have been easier to close it. You continued to believe when nothing around you confirmed your hope, and you stayed true to your depth, even when it felt misunderstood. That is your strength. You are not the same person you were before this journey began. You have grown in ways that cannot be measured easily, and now you stand at the edge of something real. This moment is different. Take a breath and feel what is settling within you. That calm, that clarity, that quiet sense of knowing inside your heart, that is not temporary. That is alignment. Everything you went through led you here. Every lesson, every delay, every moment of confusion had a purpose. And now you are ready to move forward without the same weight. Lighter now, stronger now, more aware than ever before. You are stepping into a connection that reflects your soul, one that brings understanding instead of confusion, peace instead of chaos, clarity instead of doubt. This is your beginning. Type yes if you receive this message into your heart, because what I seal over your life next will confirm that this connection was always meant for you. This is your confirmation. You are not the same after this moment. Something within you has shifted, and it will not return to what it was before. You have crossed a line, not a visible one, but a real one. A point where confusion no longer controls you, where doubt no longer leads you, where fear no longer defines you. You are stepping into clarity now, and it will stay. You are no longer someone searching without direction. You are someone who understands, who recognizes alignment, who moves with purpose. That is who you are now. You are chosen, not by accident, not randomly, but intentionally, for a connection that reflects your soul, for a path that aligns with your truth, for a life that carries meaning, and you are ready for it. From this moment forward, move differently. Trust what you feel. Act with clarity, because you are not who you were before this message reached you. You are aligned now, and what is coming will continue to confirm that truth in your life. Subscribe so heaven's messages find you every time.